Hello all, good morning. Maria Abanga here. Maria Abanga, your psychotherapist, your motivational speaker, inspirational author, so many things in one, right? Specializing in mental health and relational wellness. This is Saturday, and on Saturdays, I love to do GIME. GIME is general inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. So a topic comes to my spirit, and based on my own experience and what I've been doing and stuff like that. And then I talk about it, I reflect, I share, I use my experiences for my own life, for my work, and all of those things to talk about that with the intention of inspiring, motivating, and encouraging people from all walks of life, because that's my life's purpose. Okay, so let's get going. The topic I want to talk about today is thinking through your thoughts, feeling your feelings, facing them, and expressing those emotions. It's very important. And I just love reading and listening to YouTubes. I just finished listening to Trevor Noah interviewing Oprah. Oprah was a guest on the Daily Show. So much to learn, nuggets of wisdom, things I pick up. And it just reassures me I'm on my own path, I'm doing it, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm grateful, I'm graceful, all of that. Okay, so why do I want people to, or encourage people to think through their thoughts, or to feel their feelings, or to express their emotions? Well, in relation to mental health, it is good to do so because you want that state of well-being. And you can't have that state of well-being if there are thoughts in your head and you can't make sense of those thoughts, you can't deal with them, you can't get them out of your head. Of course, you can't get thoughts out of your head, right? They're there in your head. The only thing you can do is act on them. But if you don't think through those thoughts, you are going to act in a way that is maybe sabotaging, destructive, embarrassing, humiliating. If you stop to think through those thoughts, because the thoughts will come, we are all human beings, that's how we live. We think things up, things come, they turn around, things which we also pick up ourselves, or things that other people throw at us, life throws at us. We think and then we act or we speak. But when the thoughts come, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes stop. Look, this is one journal I'm using, Becoming, the journal by Michelle Obama. I love it because it actually asks you questions. Like the question I answered today was, look outside a window in your home. Write down what you see. I could look out of this window and I see something else based on what I'm thinking at the moment. And I was writing this at 4:30 a.m. and outside of the window where I could look through, it was dark. And so I could say I see the darkness, I'm scared of the darkness, all kinds of things are going to happen when it's dark and stuff. But for me at that time, and that's what the darkness meant for me at that time, it meant serenity, it meant quiet, it meant time to reflect, it meant peace and all of those things. So it's good to think through your thoughts, because when you think, you can actually make sense and make the kind of sense you want, not the sense that the world wants or all of that noise. Think through your thoughts. The next thing is feel the feelings. Feel them. Sometimes we want to run away from our feelings because they are so they make us so uncomfortable. They kind of make us hate. They make us hurt. They make us irritated. They make us, want to lash out, want to just go. We don't want to feel those feelings. And that is why sometimes people try to numb those feelings by abusing substances, by becoming alcoholic, by in one way or the other, going for the sex, going for the drugs, and all of those things. No. Feel it. It is not going to kill you. They are your feelings. Your feelings will not kill you. It is when you act on them that something harmful can happen to you. But if you don't act on them, something harmful will not happen to you. And the way you can resist from acting on them is by actually feeling them to the end, facing them, even talking to them. If people say you are crazy because you are talking to yourself, and so what? Are you looking for your own healing, or you are looking for people's validation and people's ratings of your life and all of those kind of things? So think through your thoughts, write them down. This is another journal I have. It was also a gift, and oh my goodness, I mean, this my girl, so wonderful. This is just one paragraph there, right? Thank you for being your true self, and I pray God grants you the grace to keep striving to thrive in the care of your gifting. So that is, she feels it, that I have this gifting to do what I am doing. And so she says that the beauty of life does not only lie in how happy you are, but in how happy others can be because of you. And I have had to do a lot of work to get to where I am, and to embrace my purpose with such grace, and to keep working at it. When I listen to Oprah, and she talks about her path becoming clearer, and she's a work in progress, and I'm like, yes, I'm a work in progress, and my path only gets clearer. For example, I felt it in me. It was time to move from live videos to YouTube, and to get to a broader audience, to be better organized, and all of those things. And I wrote them down. I didn't really want to do it, so there was a little resistance, but I thought about it again, and I felt it, and then I was like, okay, well, talk about it. That was express your emotions. When you express your emotions, you can get either a favorable response, or you can get a motivation coming from within, or from the external, or you can get some more lessons. You can even get to the truth. But if you don't express them, you never know. So that's why I was wondering, if anybody is having those obstructive, the ones that block you, those thoughts that keep sometimes telling you, oh, you are nothing, you are invalid, you're unworthy of love. Maybe a parent has abandoned you, or ignores you, or a partner, or you have a difficult child, and you're like, oh, I'm a failure, you are a bad mom, you are this, you are that. Those are obstructive thoughts. Then the obsessive ones are the ones that tell you to keep doing something over and over. Maybe, well, no, change the dress, add the makeup, put the wig, do the whatever, do the talk, don't do the talk, put on weight, reduce, bleach, do, you do, it's not enough. You do, it's not enough. You buy, it's not enough. You sex, it's not enough. You drink, it's not enough. Those are obsessive thoughts that keeps you going back and doing the same things, which more often than not is harmful. And then depressing ones, the ones that make you stay there in bed, the ones that don't make you not want to see the sunlight, the ones that make you start thinking everybody is against you, those thoughts that make you feel like, well, there's no point in getting up, there's no point in trying again, there's no point in going out. Those are all thoughts. But if you don't think through them, you are so scared of them, well, they're going to keep you hostage. If you don't feel those feelings, that how you feel inside you. Anyway, let me get going, right? You cannot run away from your thoughts and your feelings. So the best thing is really to do what I suggest, and then to express them. Because if you bottle them up, what's the point, right? You can risk an explosion, your brain, neurological disorder, all of those things. So yeah, therapy is a laudable option. And a feeling is what you experience consciously, whereas an emotion sometimes is not so conscious, yet you act on them. Like, wow, you are happy, so you love somebody, you have the twinkles, the butterflies in your stomach, and then maybe you want to send them a text, of course, to tell them I love you, and then they don't reply to your text, and my goodness, maybe you are tempted to reply and insult them, or to stop communicating altogether, and all of that pain, or to start asking yourself questions why they're not doing this right away, and then to say maybe it's because I'm not so well dressed, maybe because my latest picture on Instagram is not the best, all of those kind of things, right? Sometimes you don't even know the particular emotion you are really struggling with at this time, and so if you don't know it, how are you going to express it? That is why I want to conclude by saying you might need help. You might reach out to somebody. I have friends who reach out to me. I also reach out to people, and sometimes you actually need professional help. So it's not just talking to somebody like that. Sometimes the person doesn't really know how to help you, because you can reach out to a friend just to talk, but can they understand what's going on? Can they help you? So sometimes they can't. Sometimes they'll just be telling you from their own experience. Sometimes they'll say, well, let me refer you to some other person. And these are things of the mind, of the brain. It's not necessarily medication that can help you in some cases. So you want to reach out to a professional like myself, a therapist, psychotherapist, psychiatrist, somebody. You can go to your pastor, your man of God, and counselor. But please do not suffer in silence. Do not. I mean, sometimes even those groups on social media, right? Because there are people that were coming from different angles, different areas with different things that have been going on in their own lives too. So they could share, maybe something that helped them on one thing or the other, and they could just hold space for each other. I love WordPress. I got into a program, they call it Change Makers, Feature Change Makers. I was selected, and I was matched with a mentor. My mentor is called Mega, and she's from the Mauritius Islands, and oh my goodness, I just so love her. And I just discovered she speaks French, so she's also into stuff like myself. She's actually a Mega, excuse me if I cannot even know the full professional title. Anyway, she's a coach and all of that. And she has a YouTube channel. One of I think the recent video she uploaded was on breathing exercise. Just how even that breathing actually helped me this morning to feel some feelings and to really think and to connect to myself and to not run away from myself, because sometimes we don't want to think, we don't want to feel our body. We just want to be going. We just want to be on social media. We just want to be all over the place. We just want to be seeing ourselves smiling and everything. We want to see the good pictures and everything. We don't want anything that is like, you need to work on something. But no, you need to. Because if you don't do it now, you're going to do it later. You cannot run away from your mind. And the more things stay inside there without you doing anything about them, the higher the chances of a breakdown, the higher the chances of trauma, which can lead to a mental illness. I live with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I have to manage that all my life. I need to be very careful. I mean, like what Oprah said, I've reached a stage where I only talk to people I want to. Oh my goodness, I don't need to pretend. I'm very authentic, and I embrace vulnerability. I mean, it works for me, so whatever anybody thinks about that, that is for them. But it's because I did all of this work for myself and I got to this stage. And because it has worked for me and worked so well and enabled me to, leave from law, go to psychology, get this therapy certification, now doing this second master's, I know there is a higher calling on my life, and I'm not taking that for granted. And that's why I do this, to share this with people and to encourage people to really stay with their thoughts and their feelings, process them, work on them, see where they lead you to, not only to your healing, but probably would one day enable you to help other people heal or see other things too and stuff like that. So until next Saturday for the next GIME, I'm Maria Abanga. You can contact me through my website. The links are there. You can subscribe to my channel, click the notification button, like, share, you never know. I'm also on Facebook as Therapist Mark. It's there. And on Instagram, I'm trying my best. I'm also on LinkedIn. So if you just get the name Maria Abanga and you put that on Google, I think you're going to see a lot about me. Okay, so I wanted to do 15 minutes. That is that. I don't want to do 1 second more than 15 minutes. That's also being accountable to your own self. Until then, have a sweet, sweet, sweet Saturday. And God bless us all. There is hope, right? Do not give up on yourself.